Yo, what's up? On this episode of Breakdown, we tackle a beast called Beast in the Harlot. So let's get into this thing. The first thing that comes in is a pretty crazy intro. I remember writing this thing on piano and having nothing to do with it, and then we decided that maybe it would be cool to use it as an intro and just stick it somewhere, which is what we were doing a lot of on City of Evil. We had like a lot of different crazy parts, and I don't know if you're familiar with that record, but that's what it sounds like.
I heard about it. Yeah.
Right.
I think when the warehouse was open, I went down there and picked it up. So,
Right.
Back in the early 2000s.
Warehouse was the place.
Yeah.
Probably
Job
saw
well
you there.
done.
Thank you. We were warehouse whores. Well, let's check this little beast out. And you add some guitars and some crazy stuff going on, and then you get madness. Crazy drums. Let's listen to Shadow's scream right here. That's it. That's how you make music.
It's almost like a mild gurgle.
It is. Great gurgler. Yeah, so there it is in its entirety. Hear the texture back there. We'll save the drums for our Jimmy's breakdown. We'll do a Reb breakdown with you,
Yep.
So we'll save that for there. I'm excited to hear what you have to say about all that kind
I'm
of stuff.
excited to dig into it.
It's gonna be very, very cool. So there's a lot of crazy guitar stuff going on right here. I remember on Waking the Fallen and learning about textures from Mudrock and Fred Archambault, our producers on this record. So we would just tag on just a bunch of different crazy effects until something stuck. At least that's the philosophy. Like there's 4 different guitar leads and a bunch of different rhythms here. We got some pick slides, it looks like. An actual lead. And I bet this is feedback.
Bingo.
We nailed it. And
Was that a tuba?
that was the tuba.
Okay.
Got some more shads right here. Forever and a day. Let's check that out. More than meets the eye around here. Look to the waters of the deep. A city of even. So we added looks like 2 more vocals coming in there. 7-headed beast, 10 horns raised from his head. Symbolic woman sits on his throne, but hatred strips her and leaves her naked. The beast in the Harlot. Yeah. So a lot of layers. It's hard to hear in the song when they come in and out, but it just thickens up what's happening there. This really sucks to play live because
I remembered that.
Yeah,
You told me.
got that weird. How would you call that riff while you're singing this thing over? So it's syncopated.
So you just had to slow everything down and find where the syllables were landing.
Right, exactly where they're
the,
landing. Yeah, so
with your picking technique.
totally. And
Yeah.
it was. I've always been impressed by guys like James Hetfield and different people that play such incredibly syncopated rhythms,
Right.
while they're singing. And this was my first attempt at doing even just a small little bit of it, and I couldn't even kind of figure it out. I literally had to spend a week breaking it down to, it's first
to line
principles.
up.
Yeah.
And how does it feel these days when you, like if we haven't played the song in a while, is this the song that you have to
Just
go
lyrics.
into a room and...
Just lyrics.
Okay.
Lyrics are tough to remember.
Mm-hmm.
So I just make stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah. tell stories. I'm a storyteller, if you will. I bring the Bob Dylan aspect to Avenged Sevenfold. All right, looks like we got chorus 1 coming out. Crazy harmonies. So let's see what harmonies we got here.
It's interesting because I always thought that line that you play live would be harder to execute because you're also singing backups live, right, on the chorus.
Yeah,
But it was the other part.
it was the other part
harder for
because
you.
with the lead or whatever, it's just, what is that, eighths or eighths or sixteenths? Anyway,
Yeah.
So to play that arpeggio, I'm not doing anything too tough right here. What that means is that it's way easier to sing something more syncopated and random than it is to sing something more normal and play something more syncopated with your hands.
I see.
I guess. I don't know if that's the truth at all, but that's my new philosophy starting now.
She's a dwelling place for demons. She's a cage for every unclean spirit, every filthy body.
If you haven't seen other breakdowns of ours, a trick that we usually do is double up each harmony. So we'll have 2 of the low.
She's a dwelling place for demons. She's a cage for every unclean spirit, every filthy word that makes us drink.
Kind of just thickens it up a little bit. Let me solo up exactly what's happening with the vocals and then that guitar line.
She's a dwelling place for demons. She's a cage for every.
So basically, just standard, no thought, mindless arpeggios, you know, just for textures, you know. Solo. Always got to start a solo with noise. ZV comes in. And we hit an artificial harmonic there for whatever reason. So it's funny because when you zoom in on this, it looks like one take. And I'm just going to be honest with everybody. If this was the original take in the studio, there'd be a line here, 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 a line here. It's all punched in. And like back in the day, like I've learned to play this live, you know, or at least to 90% of what this is, but I couldn't even kind of do this little thing. You know, and so you write these things and you splice them all together and it's like, oh my fucking God, that's absolutely incredible. Yeah, and then it's funny because I didn't quite realize it until after this record, because the other stuff, I was fucking drinking so much. 2004 that I didn't care exactly how I performed, you know, just a little bit cocky, a little bit too young. But after getting a little bit older, a little bit of success, more people coming to your shows, you really want to execute, you know?
Yeah.
Did you ever have a moment in time where things like that changed for you?
Yeah. I guess in the studio, you know, you can't help but think, I'm going to have to play this live someday.
Right.
Am I making the right decision?
Yeah.
You know? So I think that voice is always kind of singing in my head.
Right.
Going, maybe don't go there.
Don't go there. Hold back.
When you wake up in Iowa, you know.
Right.
And you're feeling a little stiff.
One too many Wackermans.
One too many Wackermans, which is a Malibu and rum for
rum.
everyone that wants to know. That could be a bad decision. But,
Yeah, I didn't have that prescience back in the day. I just loved that you could just make yourself sound so fucking good on record.
Yeah.
You know? So
absolutely.
fun stuff.
Fantastic solo, by the way, Brian. Love every note.
Oh, I appreciate that. You're a fucking sweetheart.
Yeah. Just want to throw that out there.
Appreciate that. You hear that, guys?